in your school?
Greg Todd, Morehead State.
Thank you. Good. So tell us your general thoughts about the upcoming season.
I think every coach this time of year is extremely excited about the new team they have, new atmosphere that's presented each year. So we're like the other over 300 Division I schools. We are looking very forward to this season, working hard every single day. Have some young ladies that are really laying it out on the line, and so we're extremely excited about a new season.
And what do you like most about your team this year?
We're going to be very athletic. I think I've been coaching 30 years, and probably athleticism is with our team is very good. We have a lot of good size for our post as well as our guards. Feel like we'll be a strong rebounding team, but I think the athleticism that we have 1 through 12 on our roster is very, very good.
And what do you think is your biggest challenge for your team this year?
I feel like our biggest challenge this year's we lost the best point guard in the league last year, Almisha Jones, and we're not going to have one player that's going to replace Almisha. We're going to have to do that by committee, and that will be a big challenge. And losing four seniors, I think the leadership that we had from last year's team will be will take some time to work toward that, but that would be the first thing that you would note is just losing that type of point guard.
And what do you think about the OVC overall this year?
I think it's a very tough league, great league. There's I think a lot of tradition within our league. I think as a coach, you first have to look in your division, and in our division. Last year, as a coach, I guess was a little bit fortunate that Eastern Kentucky University and Tennessee Tech were a little bit down. But if you look at their rosters, they both have done a good job of upgrading their roster. They're going to be very good. And then the Jacksonville State's got a great program going in our division. Belmont is tough, and Tennessee State won the league, and then the top two teams, SIUE and UT Martin, are the top two projected teams are in the opposite division. So I just think it's a very balanced, tough league, and it's going to be some hard-fought games.
Todd, how we doing? We're good. What will it take for your team to cut down the nets in Nashville in March?
Sure, that's a long way off. I think there's going to be definitely some Cinderella stories with this year. I feel like it's very open this year, and I think the teams that continue to improve daily, weekly, and monthly, and by the end of the season playing their best basketball without having any major injuries will definitely have a chance. And I think our team's just going to have to grow up and with 5 freshmen on the team, I feel like we'll have to get better as the year goes.
Check again. Okay, good. We still have a couple minutes. What impact, if any, will some of the rule changes have on the game this season?
I think they're awesome rule changes. I feel like it's going to help the game in so many ways. First off, I feel like it's going to speed the games up with 4 quarters, and with the bonus starting over each quarter, we'll speed the games up. There's going to be less media timeouts, so that's going to be good. But the more exciting part of it to me is in the last minute you're able to advance the ball up to the 28-foot mark on a timeout. So a little bit like the NBA. Now you're going to see some games twist and turn at the end. It's going to make I think for very very fun finishes with women's basketball.
And our final question: tell us about your non-conference schedule.
I think you start off with University of Kentucky has been one of the top 10 teams in program. It's an easy bus ride for us to go over and play them, but not an easy foe to play. They're very tough. We go to West Virginia University this year. Those would probably be our two strongest, but the thing I'm probably equally excited for is we're also going to play some teams in some neat areas. We go to Atlanta, play Georgia State. We go to Chicago, play Chicago State. But after Christmas, we've got a great trip. First time Morehead State women's basketball has traveled to California. We're playing UC Santa Barbara. So a lot of neat things before we get into conference play.